Yeah, we are back for the Four-Wheel Drive podcast, powered by Tyrepower. I'm not muted, am I still, Jaden? Oh, you almost had me, didn't you? Oh, you almost had yourself. Music by the Southern River Band, Let It Ride, the Four-Wheel Drive podcast on Instagram, all episodes over on BackChat's YouTube. Patrons, thank you again for your support. If you are interested, a little bit of a scoop last week on Patreon. So patreon.com/the Four-Wheel Drive podcast. And obviously for the merch behind me, voice messages, which we're loving, and the Ultimate Four-Wheel Drive, get to www.thefourwheeldrivepodcast.com.au. Had to get through it. Just needed to be done. How are we, gents?
Good. I'm just looking at, I just noticed on your shoulder.
Yeah.
What's the go there, mate?
Bit of cupping. Slightly a little bit risque if I take this off. But yeah, all the way down my back and shoulder. Copped a bit of a hit. Okay. I didn't cop it.
It actually looks like a hickey from here.
Yeah, I know. It's quite a big, it's a big mouth. Whoever's get a view of that one. But yeah, I initiated the contact on this one, so I've only got myself to blame. So it's
what is the benefit of cupping?
It's a good question. I need to, the muscles in my neck and shoulder have just really seized up, tightened up. So trying to bring a bit of blood to the surface. I don't even know. Feels good.
Does it?
Yeah, it kind of hurts when it's like when something's really tight. It hurts a little bit, but it feels good.
Asking for a mate, does it feel like a hickey?
There's debates around cupping, whether it's good or not. Do you find it feels better though?
Cupping, I like it. Yeah, it's just like that. That's hard to walk around. Like that's hard to walk around with. Can you see it?
Yeah, it looks. That's in a turn around.
Oh,
the method of the cupping,
mate.
It creates like a suction, right? So
yeah,
they were very careful with the wording there, weren't they?
Yeah, very.
Not like the jack-off canopies.
Yeah. Oh, you reckon it could have been called sucking? Is that what we're getting at?
Well, it technically sucks the skin.
Yeah, it does. Have you seen?
All it is it's just a massive hickey.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, effectively. Not given by...
So you've just got a massive hickey on your body.
I've got heaps of them on my back. Yeah, I'll take my shirt off later.
Duggo loves a hickey. All right, get into some four-wheel driving.
Yeah. What do we got?
Brum.
What are we doing?
On the radar.
Oh, yeah. Why don't we just keep talking?
Dan's calling me.
Answer it.
Answer it. Nah, he's hung up straight away.
Speaking of family, I've just got to give a shout-out to little cousin Joe. Joey's turned 10 today. I told him I'd give him a shout out on the podcast. So
hey,
he probably does.
Happy birthday, Joey.
10 for the big Joe man. Yeah, out on the farm in New South Wales. So
Bacchus Marsh.
The Joe man.
Not Bacchus Marsh, mate. No. Bacchus Marsh
I know it's in Victoria. I like saying Bacchus Marsh. I know it's in Victoria, mate.
Sorry, I was just
It's where you're from.
Anyway.
Very far from Morrington.
Yeah, Morton over here.
Or was it Morden? No, Morrington.
Morrison is how he tried to say it, yeah. Mornington, Morrison.
You know what I like about our relationship, boys? You guys let me get away with a lot of things.
Not really.
Yeah, sarcasm. Thanks, mate.
So, anyway, on the radar for you today, go for it. Straight into it. Let's go.
Yeah, so this was sent through from a mate of mine, Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze.
He sent this in and he wanted to get our thoughts on it. I don't know if you boys have heard of this, but it's from Strike. It's a bull bar mounted 5G antenna.
Ever heard of them, Ronnie?
No.
Strike?
Yeah.
No. A 5G antenna, just to boost your signal?
Pretty much just to boost your signal. So you get that, you put it on the front of your car, and wherever you take it, you'll get 5G signal.
Anywhere?
I don't know. This is my thing. I don't think there's no way it can work anywhere.
How much is the price?
$210.
$209.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you could get Starlink.
Yes. Now, see, the debate that he wanted to have was you either get this one-off payment, $209 for Strike, you get 5G, it'll boost your signal. It's like that for your phone, right? But it'll only get signal where your phone gets signal, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably a bit further because your phone won't pick up the signal as far as the antenna would.
Not really though, because usually what we find is if you have one bar, you will get 2 bars, but when you're out of signal, you're out of signal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So my thought is I wonder if the antenna will boost it a little bit, give you that little bit of extra range.
Oh, it'll definitely help, but
yeah, can't do much, right? That's what
don't think it would give you extra.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this one gives you extra range. Is it like a cell fire thing?
Well, if anyone has one, it would be sweet to let us know and see how you guys find it. If if you like it, if it works for you, and if
Is it new
if you
tech?
don't use it at all.
Is it new tech or is it just like those other ones?
I think it could just be like the other ones. It could be new tech.
Although you said 5G, so
So it'll be fairly new.
half new, half.
The only thing is like, and this is with the Starlink versus this. Starlink is a monthly subscription, right? So you have to. It's a recurring payment, whereas this is just a one-off
Yeah, but
antenna,
you-
and
you
it's a
can-
booster. So Starlink, if you want to have reception where you,
you can pause it though.
you can.
Yeah,
Oh, sick.
I'm pretty sure
How does Starlink actually work? Is that
it's
It's satellite.
yeah, it's
So,
a
yeah.
tiny A4 piece. It's like a size of A4 piece of paper.
Yeah.
So Chris has got one on his roof rack, and it got the clamp fits perfect to one of those runners.
yeah?
And yeah, so when I was sitting behind him in the Pilbara, I could sit up to 100 meters behind him and still have still have like one of those Wi-Fi things.
Yep.
And then 50 meters, I'd have 3 bars, like a Wi-Fi. And then closer than that, full signal.
So it's basically like a modem anywhere,
Basically,
and it gives you a signal anywhere in it. Well, the
yeah,
world is
because
probably using
Starlink
it, but-
uses thousands of satellites
Right.
in low orbit, so they're constantly linked to each other.
Okay.
So no matter where they are, like say you're linked to one satellite, it'll obviously move around the Earth's orbit, but because there's thousands of them and they're all linked, you'll have internet no matter what.
anytime,
Yeah, because
anywhere.
they're all connected. I wonder what happens if a couple of satellites just get knocked out.
Well, so what?
The others will probably just go in.
Yeah.
What are we talking
So-
about in terms of to buy the unit, a Starlink unit, and then to pay the subscription or whatever?
I think
you
the
wanna call it?
unit's like, what did Chris say? Because I was talking about it on the way here. I think it's like,
Standard kit is $5.99.
you
Yep.
get it, yeah.
and their monthly fee of $125, but there's a roam service plan
of
that starts at
$125. So
$125 monthly.
a month.
Is that a monthly plan?
Yeah, apparently. And then there's a roam
right.
service plan that starts at $80 a month.
Okay.
I'm not sure what Chris has. I know he's only got 50
So-
gigs of upload.
Yeah, so the roam 50
downloads?
gigs,
A month.
Yes.
Yep.
roam 50 gigs for like camping and rural coverage is $80 a month, and you only get 50 gigs.
Yep.
The roam unlimited is $195 a month, and it's unlimited.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a monthly fee. So
Yep.
if you're residential, it's $99 a month for the light plan. I don't know how many gigs that gives you. It's not showing me here.
Residential. So like people are using this in their homes rather than
Oh yeah.
rather than yeah.
Yeah, it's not just like a
Using
rural thing.
highway
It's
net.
not like a full drive thing. Like people are switching
Everywhere.
to Starlink.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually don't know much about it, so this is interesting.
No, yeah. It's
Well, it changes all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like since I first experienced it through Sean from Mission 4x4, he had this massive thing and then a big modem and a cable, and it was just shit everywhere. And it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but you know,
Bit of a
it's a lot
hassle.
of stuff to lug around. But now it's just this tiny dish, and it sits permanently on his
Yeah.
troopy, and while he's driving, he has full signal.
Yeah.
And because we're going to do a lot of active, social media along the way, I'm probably, as hard as this is going to be for me to say, I'm probably actually going to get a unit to put on top of the car, switch it on when we need to upload stuff, because I'm taking my
Yep.
daughter with me, so she'll be editing some things along the way, and then just
Yeah.
giving like an active feed.
Oh,
Just try and
great.
bring people with us on the canning,
Yep.
which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, bloody oath.
And
absolutely.
and then I'm hoping that it's just a short plan because I want to cut it off when I get back.
Yeah, okay.
I assume you'd be able to cancel like any monthly subscription fee. You'd be able to cancel whenever you
Yeah.
want during the month, but you'd have to pay out the month.
Yeah, because I mean, I
In
could,
some circumstances.
I could just use Chris's, but the thing is, there's gonna be dust and stuff, and when you're trying to like do stuff, you want to like just get the job done and finish
Yeah,
it.
you don't want to have to
Yeah.
wait till. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But where does that leave like this
Well,
this
where does that
strike
leave that?
you, like yeah.
Well, unless you're with Telstra, I don't think that's going to do
The
much
last
good.
the last line
Yeah,
of this
that's-
little
that's
read
true.
up is it delivers maximum mobile signal range and performance, making it the ultimate companion for rural areas and low coverage zones. So it's not saying
No,
you're getting it when there's
No,
nothing.
you're not getting it anyway.
You're only
Yeah.
getting it if there's something. So it's a cool little piece of kit for $200 to like say for a farmer or something like
Definitely
that.
for
on
a
the
farmer.
edge, like that's the go. But I think for that really remote stuff, you're not. You know,
No.
you got no signal. This isn't helping.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, for a farmer, that'll be perfect.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of farms at one end, they've probably got no reception,
Yeah.
but the other end, they've probably got
it's
like one bar that's just useless, you know?
Yeah.
Dropping in and
true.
out.
Sorry, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd probably be able to stitch up the towns a bit easier in between. Because
Yep.
there's some really random places in WA. You're driving along, all of a sudden you got no signal. It's like, wow, well, there's a property I go to in the middle of freaking nowhere, and I've got 4 bars there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to
the
be
other
honest,
thing
it's
is-
nice not having as well, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I was about to say. The
That's
other
the-
debate is why. Like, you go camping to get away from all that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
don't
it's a
you?
good
Like,
point.
Some people
out
work
there.
on the road, though.
you work on the road, but like for like someone like
Oh,
me,
they-
Duggo, who's
yeah.
not working
Yeah.
and is just going out traveling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah, it's that piece. Yeah.
Because you don't want to end up in this beautiful spot. You're in like, you know, the Pilbara somewhere and you've got red dirt everywhere. It's just incredible, the lighting.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden your phone starts going off and you just get sucked out of that moment.
There's
Yeah,
so many
you know,
fors and against, I reckon.
you're
Like,
chatting
imagine it was
around
like
a
grand final
bonfire.
weekend and you wanted to watch the footy, but you wanted to watch it in the middle of the Pilbara.
Yeah, see, now that's a massive
Now
flaw.
you're watching the footy, but then
Yeah.
like against like a week later when there's nothing on and you're just scrolling
Well,
Yeah.
YouTube, then you don't need to be.
you just have to be disciplined to turn it off, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what I'll
Yeah.
be doing because one thing I found on the when we went to the Pilbara, it was on too much. I had to actually ask Chris, can you just turn it off because people are on
Yeah.
their phones
We're
around the
stuck.
fire,
Yeah.
you know, and like out there I don't usually have to say to my daughter, say get off the phone, right?
Yeah.
and like it's not like they're not enjoying it. It's just they're addicted to the phones. Like everyone's addicted to the freaking phones. So.
Hey, I'm gonna move this into Tough Dog Tip of the Week. I don't know if someone has sent in any.
Go through, mate.
Because we would
No,
love to.
not yet. But
But,
please, like, send in your
Yeah.
Tough Dog tips.
Yeah, we
We've
need
got
'em.
something brewing.
Yes, which I'll let you take control of that because I don't want to say something I'm
No,
not meant to.
neither do I. But we've got something brewing. So
Yeah.
send in your Tough Dog tips. There might be something
Yes.
for you at the end.
So before I forget what I'm going to say, Tough Dog Tip of the Week. Now I'm going to shape this for you a little bit, Ronnie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did have something.
And I did have it really. I had it really. Oh, did you?
That's fine.
I'm going to actually 2 Tough Dog tips then because I want to shape this anyway into this chat
Save one
about
for next week.
so that comment you just made about turning off Starlink so that because we're we're all controlled by the screen.
Control the control.
Have you got any? It's maybe not even a tip, but like how. I don't know, how was I going to word it first up? It's like how do you switch off obviously by not switching it on basically, but then what are the other things that you found around camp and stuff that keep you? Because I know you're filming and you're doing all that, but when you break it down to like all that camping and forward driving is getting out and about and being with mates and family and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know what? I've lost it. I've
Have
lost
you?
the question in my mind.
How do you disconnect? Is that the question?
How do you disconnect, or what is it? What is disconnecting? Like, I've lost the question in my mind, and I'm sorry because this looks really amateur. But I had something really good for you there, but I've
So
shaped it the wrong way.
what does disconnecting look like? Disconnecting, to be proper disconnected, it's like not having any phone signal. The group you've been traveling with, you've been relying on for a number of days. You know, this is like disconnection is when you're on a trip and you're further into it.
I remembered it.
Okay.
Sorry, can
I'll
I
let
say
you
it
go.
before I
Yeah,
forget
go for it.
This is a good
Go.
topic to
Go.
When you can't connect to people, what's the best way to let people know? Like, so I'm heading into the canning and I can't contact you. What's the tips around like letting them know where you are, when you're going, where you're meant to be? Is that what you're doing? So you were going a great way. I liked that way, but I remembered what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, that's a better tip anyway. What you're pointing out there.
Geez, that was rough.
So if
That
you're
cupping,
planning,
mate, losing blood.
Oh, I think so from my head.
if you're planning a trip, and let's talk about say the Ambadell.
Yep.
Because I've yet to complete the canning, but we have started planning, and the intention is like this certain day will be here. But because I have done the Ambadell, so with the Ambadell, you would say you'd estimate, okay, it's going to be this many days.
Yep.
So you should expect me out at the other end by this certain day.
Yep.
And that could be like, give a bit of grace, like 8 to 10 days, because if you're not out by 8 and you said 8, people start panicking, and people will start sending a search party.
Yep.
So leave a bit of a
Give a bit of a
leave a bit of a gap,
Yep.
because you might find somewhere it's like, this is epic, let's stay here an extra
Yeah.
night, or we got vehicle trouble, we slowed down a bit. We don't want the added stress of we need to be here by then because otherwise they might send a search party.
Yeah.
So generally speaking, that's what you would do.
Yep.
There are check-in points. So say, for instance, there is a roadhouse along the way.
Yep.
And I'm sure you would get signal if you're with Optus there, but not with Telstra.
Oh, okay.
Which is really odd because normally Telstra people get signal everywhere, but then there's the odd place where there's freaking Optus. You're like, what? So that's probably the best way is to tell people you'll expect to hear from me at the other end at this time.
Yeah. Okay.
Within this time period.
That's because it would be like even when I've done it for a night or two, and you can't actually contact anyone just to let them know you're all good. I know there's sat phones and EPIRBs and all that, but not everyone's carrying them for a 2-day trip.
No.
And you might only
unless you're stuck in your car and you just stay there.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to have one, but. It's just an interesting. When it popped up, I don't know how I lost my train of thought on it, but like, how do you keep everyone at home, peace of mind when you're away for a long time?
It is good to check in. So I'm pretty bad at getting back and letting people know. So my wife is quite used to not hearing from me for maybe 2 weeks.
I bet.
And then I'll pop out the other side and hey, how you going? That's or I might just send a photo from somewhere.
Yeah.
If I have signal. If they don't have signal, it could be like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But then I used to have a satellite phone where, I would check in or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I've probably that's another tip of the week in itself is to probably just get an EPIRB or a sat phone or whatever if you're going really remote or
definitely
PLB.
worth getting a PLB if you're going really remote. Like an EPIRB is your second option because they're bulkier.
Yeah.
And you're less inclined to take it with you if you're going for a hike.
Yeah.
Let's say you break your leg on a hike and you can't get any help because you left a big cumbersome thing in the car,
Yeah. And back to the disconnect stuff. Where were you going with that, if you remember?
Well,
when I took you down to Stray Alley.
So what I should probably start with instead is disconnecting. If you are able to not look at your phone or you don't have signal because maybe you're with Vodafone or someone else who barely gets signal anywhere. That's the old boy. He used to get that all the time.
Yeah.
So we'd be around a fire, but if one person has signal, you don't feel disconnected. Well, I don't feel disconnected.
Yeah.
Because someone still has connection somewhere and someone else is distracted by their device.
With you.
And that doesn't make me feel disconnected. What makes me feel disconnected is you've been in the bush with a bunch of people for a number of days all by yourself, then you're definitely disconnected. And no one's had signal and everyone's sitting around the fire and everyone's just perhaps staring at the fire, just in their own little world, staring at the fire, thinking about things or having a chat. That is proper disconnect. Otherwise, it's...
Yeah, I'm with you there. If there's one person on it, it doesn't work.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I like it. Sorry about that. I took you down rabbit hole in there.
It's all right.
The main thing is you remembered.
And even the thing that I remembered and I got really excited about remembering wasn't even that good in the end.
What do you mean?
But I got there.
No, that's...
because there's so many options to be able to let people know, but I think like 10 years ago, maybe not as much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I think you were probably thinking more along the lines of like when are you planning to turn Starlink on or off? Like do you go, I'm going to be here on the 4th of July at 12 o'clock, I'm going to have Starlink on for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
That's the next level of preparation, I suppose.
That's probably a bad thing to say as well, because what you damage the unit.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
people get real worried.
Time, but anyway, bit of a can of worms.
I think it's an interesting chat to see where the future of like overlanding and that kind of stuff. Like, where's that going?
Oh, it's Starlink. It's Starlink.
It's Starlink, isn't it?
It's just on all the time. Probably you don't need to. There's no. I don't think. I reckon there's. All that's happening right now where you don't have to lose connection and the world's going that way. I reckon it'll get to a point where it's like everyone wants to disconnect somehow. And there'll be people will be making money off ways to
I'm not
block
off.
I don't know. There'll be something going
like
on.
a submerging tank or something?
Or just like
submersive.
I don't know.
Submersive tank, maybe to the Titanic.
Just go and sit in
just
holes.
See what happens. Maybe it implodes, maybe it doesn't.
We're going a bit off topic here. Anyway. I don't know. There's something in that.
There's something in it.
Duggo, how do you watch the footy overseas?
Mate, I use NordVPN. Lets me change my virtual location, so I'm streaming just like in Australia.
So can you watch movies and TV and stuff like that too?
Sure can. It protects passwords, bank details, all the personal stuff, watch movies, stream TV. It's literally like you're back in Australia, even while you're using public Wi-Fi over there.
And I just need one account?
One account, and you can use up to 10 devices.
Ooh, got space for one more.
To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/4WD, and our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Links in the podcast episode description.
Should we move to ultimate four-wheel drive?
Yeah, let's do that.
The ultimate four-wheel drive.
Do you want me to read it out?
I think you read it out,
got it
mate.
all here.
Yeah, you've got it.
Yeah.
You're
so
a run sheet
the
guy.
ultimate four-wheel drive sent in today by Nick, aka Lips Bridgman. Is he your mate? Is this your mate? 'Cause you
Oh,
laughed
mate,
at
no.
that. Lips Bridgman.
Lips Bridgman just said, I don't know what that is.
Is there some sort of... Are we missing something there?
There's an inside joke there that I don't
Can you
know.
Google
I'm not
it?
a part of it.
Can you Google what Lips
I know.
Bridgman...
Sounds like someone can give a good hickey.
In case we... Yeah. Well, you know who to see.
It's come up with nothing.
Nothing? Okay, that's his nickname. We'll go with it.
Well,
Make-
it's come up.
let's get...
There's
let's
some
just-
things there.
Don't,
But
maybe don't look too hard. Make and model, he's got a 2011 Toyota Prado 150 VX. It's a V6 petrol.
It's a Toyota again.
Yeah, we told... Mate.
Welcome back to the Toyota podcast.
I can't just make Nissan
bleep that
owners...
out. Bleep
like-
that out, please. This car was
Send
bought
in their
back in
cars.
2013. It was 2 years old. Bought it for 50 grand. 7-seater family car. Have since got into four-wheel driving and have spent a further 20k on it on modifications. The purpose: family car, come weekend warrior, come tourer. The car is still used as a family 7-seater. That's interesting. So modifications had to take this into account, which also meant removing the electric rear seats was never going to be an option. Now for the details, starting top down. Up top, we have a 1.2 metre wide Drifter Stockton rooftop tent with a roof load of around 100 kilos to play with. Selecting a lightweight rooftop tent was my top priority. And with Drifter being the light, that's why I went the Drifter actually, with being the lightest at the time at 57 kilos. Previously had a Rhino Rack Pioneer platform on the car, and to keep weight down, removed the platform but retained the backbone system. Then made his own roof bars from Bunnings with square tubular steel. Pretty nice. All in all, 3 roof bars, black paint, end caps with galvanised bolts to hold it all in place. Cost around $60. That's pretty good. The roof tent is offset to the right on the bars to allow 4 max tracks positioned to not interfere with the roof when the roof tent is set up. 180 watt solar panel on top of that to charge his 105 amp AGM battery. Total weight of all of this just over the roof capacity, meaning I can't have a fixed awning. So at least he's sticking to the numbers. I get around this with a freestanding gazebo, which I use on extended trips or during hot/wet weather. The rear setup had to be DIY job. That needed to be basic, cheap, reliable. So it's lacking tech, but it's easily removable. With rear
How
seats...
does he carry the annex?
don't know. Maybe just in the back or strapped... Oh, no, he's got the kids strapped on
Keep
the top.
going.
We'll see when the photos come up, I reckon.
The rear setup had to be... I said that. So with the rear seats down, made carpeted plywood cover that holds a camping table and Engel fridge. This is detailed. I love this.
Yeah.
On the side windows, I have K-On molly holders with 3 first aid kits and a snakebite kit, plus a K-On roof shelf to hold the sleeping bags and pillows, as these won't fit into the rooftop tent. That was my issue with the Drifter tent. Behind the Engel is a 40-litre caravan water tank fitted with a 20-degree lean towards the outlet, enabling water to be gravity-fed via normal garden hose. Provided the hose is lower than the tank, it works surprisingly well. I also didn't want an expensive electrical system, so I have a battery box that I can hook up to the solar panel via an Anderson plug. The only thing the battery powers is my fridge and a steady camp light. Whilst driving, I plug the fridge directly into the car. I like that idea. At camp, the fridge runs off the battery box whilst being trickle charged by solar. This system worked amazing for a six-week trip that I did last year. I also have the K-On rear door table that acts as my kitchen work surface. Mods-wise, the car has a 2-inch lift, Bilson shock absorbers with Dobinson coils. 150 VX came with the 18-inch rims, downsized to a second-hand 17-inch Prado alloys from a 2018 model, then up the tyre size to a 265/70, giving me a smaller wheel but allowing more rubber, and fitted Goodrich KM3 mud terrains, which have been amazing. I wanted to keep the mods also to a minimum to keep the weight down. On the front, I have an ARB bull bar, 10,000-pound winch.
I think we're beyond the minimum.
2 recovery points, underbody protection, safari snorkel, and steady driving lights. I also have a GME XRS UHF radio with a rear window mounted antenna. 3 things he loves. This is detailed as I felt like I was in a story then. 3 things he loves. It is a very capable car, has been ultra reliable. 150 Prados are a good platform to build on as there are lots of aftermarket options, and it is a lot of fun driving on the beach and in the sand dunes with the V6 Petty. 3 things he doesn't love. Thirsty, being the petrol, the rooftop tent and the muddies. Terrible for towing. Even a small boat finds it really hard. And lack of storage space due to the rear seats, it's surprisingly limited.
Now, go back to the tyre size.
Yeah, so that
265,
I read it
70.
out quick. 265, 70, and it's a
17.
mud terrain 265.
Yeah, so it's close to 33. 33?
No, that's smaller than that, I reckon.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
A5. Yeah,
31,
actually, yeah.
2
So
or
it's
something.
30,
Yeah.
32 or something?
265, 70,
Yeah.
17.
Can you do the conversion? Yeah.
Just quickly as well, the car has been, this is anything else we should know. The car has been amazing, and with the exception of the aftermarket mods, all the components are still from the factory apart from the starter motor, which needed replacing after a deep water crossing. The car has seen plenty of action on the tracks around the Lithgow area, Vic High Country, Cape York, and plenty of beach driving, including getting seriously bogged on a beach for 10 hours in very soft sand. 3 of those hours were either side of the high tide in the sea, with the occasional wave going over the roof.
Fucking
Jesus. That is incredible.
That is a story you'll never forget.
That's
And those 265s are 31.6 inches.
30, yeah, righto.
So 31s, yeah.
So thanks to Lips,
Just under 32s.
that is the best. I think that's the best rundown we've ever had.
Yeah,
And I
that's a
haven't even looked at the
very
car yet.
detailed.
Very detailed.
rundown. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lips.
Definitely beyond.
You know the
Nickname
best
could
part?
be Lips because of how much he made you talk there, mate.
Lips. Well, that's he's got me.
Lips gets another one.
So photo 1,
Should we
it's
have a
even
look?
detailed what we see in the photos.
Let's
So-
have a look.
Oh, struggle to turn a bit here.
Here we go.
Alrighty.
You can see him
So-
get him into the rooftop
So
tent.
is this photo 1, Jaden?
This is photo
Yeah.
one.
So this is the obviously the drifter Stockton rooftop tent,
Yes.
shovel mounted on the side.
Geez, those tyres don't look like they're small, do they?
No, they
No,
don't.
they don't.
No.
Good angling with the photos.
The thing with the rooftop tent that I thought of when you were reading that out, Dogo, was the reason it's lighter, like you can't put your sleeping bags and your pillows and stuff in there because of the lightness of it. That's the kind of like the give and take you get.
Yeah, you got to push them.
You get a heavier one, you get more room. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Definitely.
Was it?
How? Yeah, sorry, you go on.
No, you go.
Well, how Lips, we call them Lips?
Yeah, we'll call them Lips.
How Lips has got that bin bag on, that wouldn't have been easy because most bin bags, you got to clip them from the back. And that's why I don't use mine half the time because you got to clip it on the back. That's so hard to get to.
Yeah.
So that's effort.
My bin bag actually wasn't that hard to get to put on.
Yeah, but that's
I got a new
that's
bin
designed
bag
a
the
bit
other day. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
the
destination four-wheel drive
Yeah,
one. It's pretty good.
Raph is a genius.
Highly recommend.
So that's photo 1. Photo 2 is this is the home jobby. So he's kept the backbone system of the Rhino rack and
Yep.
then his own bars, which great idea.
Yeah,
It looks
because
really neat too.
I guess the tent will provide half the rigidity on it.
Yeah.
So why have the extra 30 kilos of the platform?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like that.
I mean, that's what
that's a
I
big
feel like a
solar
lot
panel
of
too.
a lot of
It's
rooftop tents
180.
do that, don't they? Mine's Tracklander brackets with
Yeah,
custom load bars.
yeah, but many people will put their rooftop tent on top of a platform.
Right, like a wow.
Yeah, on top of a platform. So
That seems a waste.
it just ends up being a lot heavier than what it needs to be.
Yeah.
So we shout out Butler Boy Adventures.
Butler Boy
Is that
Adventures.
is that
Must be him.
Is that Lips?
Yeah, it must be Lips.
Is that Lips?
We'll have to check that out. Photo 3, that's the setup in the back, obviously. So that's the battery box that he
Yeah.
plugs
You
straight
can
into
see
the
how
solar.
small it is.
So
But he looks
So
like
that's
he's utilised
The
it
rear
well.
seat's folded down. Was it taken out?
yeah, I'm just wondering
No, take
why you plug the fridge in to the front of the car while you're driving and not into the battery. Oh, okay. So maybe the battery box is not hooked up to the front to get charged and it's only charging via solar.
Yeah.
That makes
Yep.
sense. Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
That-
That's actually
that's a good idea.
It is a good
That's
idea
clever.
because less wire to run. I mean, there's a bit more effort when you got to plug. You got to remember
Yeah.
that, but I
Yep.
suppose it becomes routine.
Yep.
And the other thing would be you don't need a DC-DC charger. And yeah, it's more simple So he could just pull this out, and
Yep. It's clever. I
Yeah.
like it. And safety first, Lips. The 3 safety first aid kits.
it's very similar to my Hilux, my first Hilux actually, the 4-litre petrol. I also went through a starter motor
Did ya?
after a water crossing.
Ah.
I was actually waiting in a water crossing and my car wouldn't start. And I was like, oh, shit, why did I turn the fucking car off? So I had to get out and just hit things under the bonnet a bit and then try again, and then it clicked.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, I'm leaving the car running now.
Yeah, keep it on for 3 days. We didn't really explain what this car looks like to those not viewing, but I think the
Silver.
explanation
It's
was
a
in
Prado.
Oh,
Silver Prado.
thanks, mate.
Silver
Like,
Prado.
what more do you need to know?
And yeah, a Silver Prado, and you wouldn't expect it to, people like the car to look tough, and you wouldn't expect this car to look tough with a 31.6 inch tyre. Like,
Yeah.
if you heard that, you'd be like, but it looks really
Yeah,
tough.
it looks
Yeah, it does,
great.
it looks good.
Yeah,
Looks
I like
really
the
good.
black bar on the silver, like silver and black just go
Yeah.
so well. Steady lights
Yeah.
on the front. It's got a winch. It's got a bash plate. It's got
This is annoying me.
what's
That
that?
it's off center, the rooftop.
Yeah. Now look, I was going to bring that up, but I feel like
There's a
I feel like
reason.
it's all right because
There's a reason.
Lips
but-
has thought through everything. in
Yeah,
this
no.
car,
There's a
and
reason.
There is a big.
I'm just saying it annoys me.
Max Tracks. Yeah, it's fine. That's okay.
I want it to be on
kind of
center.
annoys
Doggo.
me too, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I know it does.
if
That's
those
why I
max,
brought it up, mate.
yeah, but if those max tracks weren't there, then it would
Yeah, it'd be,
upset me.
yeah,
kinda
okay.
works.
It does. You know
kinda
what?
works.
You know why
No,
it works
disagree.
a little bit more because it's only the 1.2. There's a 1.4 version of this, which is what I had. That obviously you could imagine that sitting out another 20 centimeters.
What would the
Not
reason
looking
be that
good.
it has to sit not center? The max tracks.
To get in,
Yeah, the Max Tracks.
Oh, to
that's
get
what. Yeah,
in.
that's what he said.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. When it folds, it would.
It folds open.
Yeah.
Zoom back
over.
out.
Yeah, okay.
Zoom back out.
I'm trying.
Okay, so
Hurry up.
apart from the max tracks,
Too far.
it's a very good color scheme.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Silver,
Yeah.
black with a little bit of
Bless
red. So you got the recovery points on the bottom. It just looks. I reckon it looks cool.
I
Mind
think it
you,
looks
even
really
the
good.
orange is working well with the
Yep.
orange and red aren't too far off each other. That doesn't
Well,
look too bad.
I think the indicator lights make up for that one. But, so those bash plates, bloody awesome. I smashed the shit out
ARB.
of mine big time. Yeah. Now, what I will say to Lips, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to go to a 33-inch tyre because I had 33s on mine, and it was probably the worst thing I did because I had to re-gear the gifts. It cost so much. I re-geared them at the same time as I did front and rear locker. And it was thirsty because I had to re-gear it. It just wouldn't run the tyres otherwise.
Yep.
Cool.
That's is
There
that
you
it?
go. It was just this
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah, giving it all
Yeah.
and uses it. So love that.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to have seen some footage of it.
And it's-
Waves
yeah.
overlapping it.
It's good to see another petrol Hilux with water over the bonnet. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to go back on, 3 of those hours were either side of the high tide in the sea with the occasional wave going over the roof. Is that car?
Must be.
That's
You're
incredible
probably- yeah.
that it's actually still moving.
It'll probably be like rogue waves that'll, because the occasional wave.
Yeah.
So maybe once or twice, 3 times maybe. You
Pretty
know those
crazy though. Like
Oh
that's-
yeah,
that's-
shit
that's
yeah, they
deep.
scare the crap out of you. When you've been on the beach sometimes, if you're camping, because we were on this narrow beach once, staying in a camper trailer, and we're in the rooftop, and we were between 3 different tides. They were telling us 3 different things because we didn't have anything for that region down in Bremer Bay.
Yeah.
And occasionally, also, the wave went right under, all the way past the camper trailer, past the 79, and I had to get up and move all the kayaks back. And I didn't sleep much that night.
No, I wouldn't have
But
thought.
they're just the rogue waves.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm.
I'm just surprised that it's actually been able to salvage it and it's still moving like that
Yeah,
with all its gear on it.
Yeah,
Are you going windows up or down for the waves? I'm thinking
Windows. I'm trying to
up,
think
but
why would
then-
you go down?
Or like just so it stays put maybe? I feel like it just if waves are kicking you over the, I was probably just splashing over the roof. I'm picturing like he's sitting in a barrel.
Tsunami
in the
wave,
Prado.
like the one from Inception as it
done.
comes through.
And then it's like tipping him over and he's just spinning out.
I don't think we'd be seeing photos of that.
No,
car.
surely not. That's what I've got in my head.
Lips wouldn't be here, mate.
No, he wouldn't have been here to write that.
This would be
that
gone.
Beautiful story. Thanks, Lips. That was elite. Well done. And again,
Good
ultimate
use.
Forward drive. It's his ultimate forward drive.
Good use of the inside of the back too, like using all that wasted space.
Yep. Yeah, the K-on little
Yep.
shelf.
Didn't
Bloody
see
go.
where he put the gazebo though.
Yes.
Ronnie's.
But I don't see it. You
know what?
Could have gone
Yeah, it
in that
was
gap
a-
between the max tracks and that,
Yeah.
but then it's on the roof.
But when he doesn't have the tent on, there's heaps of room there. Because notice in that one of those photos, there's no tent.
Maybe he takes the max tracks off.
Oh no, there is a tent. There's roof bars on the tent. Sorry, roof
Mate.
bars on the tent.
We would really love if you stopped
but he
lying
can't.
to us.
He can't
That's-
put
that's
any
the-
more weight on the roof.
No.
That's to hold
But a
the
gazebo
solar panel.
maybe is lighter.
You can get the stubby ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not very big though. I used to have one.
Lips, please message the
Yeah.
podcast with how you're doing this.
Yeah, you get that
You've
gazebo around,
stumped
mate.
Duggo.
That
Please
13
come
kilo
rattled.
gazebo.
Either show us
Get that
or
around.
confess.
Even put it up for us. Just let's have a look.
Confess.
All right, where are we next?
Moving on, where do you want to go?
I don't know. I want to go away.
Yes.
That'd be nice. You know what? I missed out on a little trip today.
Did ya? Because you were coming here?
Where?
Just the boys, a few of the footy boys went up to Wilbinga, had a little bit of a play around, a bit of lunch on the beach, and I had to say no.
Oh, what were you doing?
Had to look after this. Had to go in and get some treatment and get some work done. And I just don't know if driving around
Yeah, it's
pretty
a smart
sore.
option.
And I just wouldn't. I would have kicked myself. I'm kicking myself now because I didn't go, but I need to prepare well for this
Hey,
weekend.
We'll do a trip next week, mate.
You could have been here,
Just
sun
us.
and wind burnt, sitting here going.
I know. Well, that was the plan. Like, because last night, messages like, "Where are we meeting?" Yeah, we'll meet here. Go at this time. Be back by now because I knew I had this to get to.
Are they back?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But I saw one video and there was not a breath of wind. It looked
Oh,
mint.
wow.
It looked
Yeah.
absolutely incredible.
We are in a window of best ever beach weather.
A couple of boys were out there having a snorkel. Lunch was on the go. Oh, and I missed it.
Do you want to stop talking about it?
Not really, because I want to
Do you
know
wanna keep
more
talking
about it.
about it?
I said any updates, boys, and I got one video back, but I was like, I want to know if anyone got bogged. Like, it's pretty soft up there on the actual beach. They were parked up on the beach.
It is pretty soft, that beach.
But anyway, it's all good. It's fine.
Are you
Wilbinga.
sure?
Haven't been there for a while.
Yeah, don't go there on a weekend, I don't
Oh,
reckon.
shit, no. Especially through those blind corners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd want a sand flag on the weekends there, and I don't reckon
It's
many
still
people
hard to see,
operating
man.
with them.
No, it's still hard to see. I just at night it's fine because you can see the
Yeah,
lights.
the lights is actually easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did have a close call with my mate once.
At night.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were they driving around no lights?
The old troopy lights in the in the old 1996 troopy pretty low.
Well, they're not lights; they're candles.
They were literally candles, so almost didn't see him. But luckily, yeah.
It'd be like glow sticks.
Yeah, they honestly were. I had no idea where he was, and because like you're in your own car, you can't hear him either because your own car's going. It was just like, we weren't far off each other, but
Yeah.
we're all good. So be careful out there.
Yeah, careful.
I know someone who's had a head on there, and
Really?
both cars on a towie.
Ooh.
Yeah, they got him out, but
Yeah, right.
yeah.
No, it's not good.
Where'd you go? What's your best solo one-nighter place?
On private outback country, because then there's no one.
No chance of seeing anyone else.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if where I'm thinking is actually you can camp in. I don't know.
Say it. Hypothetically, you're going there.
Well, I
Hypothetically.
quite like it where I just mentioned,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you're really meant to.
Oh, it's tolerated to camp
It
there,
is.
yeah.
It's tolerated. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
I reckon
Yeah.
that's cool on a weeknight. On a weeknight.
It's tolerated. So the way it works is the ranger will come down, and if it's a bunch of like big group of young blokes just
Yeah.
getting smashed or something,
Yeah, right.
that's kind of like a move on thing.
Yeah.
But if it's like a family or something,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
generally
Yeah. I do like it there because it's so close to Perth.
There's a few. I mean, there's heaps of good spots up the coast. There's one place that barely gets used. That's that Wongaran. It's called near Grey. Really good spot. We used to camp there.
South of Savannies.
Yeah. Used to camp there for free and didn't have to book, but now you got to book.
It's a paid and booked campsite now, isn't it?
Yeah. And I keep mixing up the numbers for which campsite it is. I always booked the wrong one, but I just ended up going to the one that I want because there's no one there.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm prepared to move if I need to, but yeah.
It's getting to that time of year though as well, where hopefully, it's bloody warm here today, but hopefully it starts to cool down a little bit. Head east a little bit.
Well,
nice fire.
I mean, it's still nice to be warm because
true.
Because now you're getting the no breath of air, right? And this is the best time to camp on WA coast. Yeah, it's this tiny window where it's still warm enough because give it a few months, it's freaking cold and you know. Then the surfing
tonight up there would be absolutely incredible. Be unbelievable.
No wind tonight?
I'm sorry, if it stays the way that I saw, which was the middle of the day, then usually by then if there's going to be wind in WA, it's in.
And for people on the East Coast, no wind in WA is a rare occurrence.
Oh, yeah. WA, they say, windy always, what it stands
I've
for.
heard that one.
Or while away.
Eastleigh's all right.
Yeah, Eastleigh's all right if you're in close. Bloody oath.
Like
great for the boaties.
Even on,
But yeah, in nice and close to the beach is beautiful with an Eastleigh. In the mornings, summer mornings, get the Eastleigh coming in.
That's why if you go to Prado if you go to Prado in summer and you take the afternoon ferry, good luck to you.
Strap in.
Yeah.
Strap in.
Bring one of those long, narrow bags.
Yeah, or just get outside.
Get outside. Should we move to the fire pit? We've got a couple of questions.
Speaking of, let's get to it. Yeah.
Enjoy the smell of bleach and yuck.
Yuck.
This one in from Chris Middleton. Can someone please tell me why no one has addressed the fact that Ronnie Dahl is a spitting image of Max Gawn?
Do you know Max Gawn, Ronnie?
Come on, guys.
Captain of Melbourne.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you got it?
Nah.
That's not Maxie's best angle, is it?
Mate, this is his player pitch.
If I do that?
Yeah. Look this way, Ronnie.
Wow. Really similar.
Very, very similar.
You've almost got the same greys.
You do.
Maxie, he's a good fella. Funny man.
You're playing him this week.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Just let him know that Ronnie Dahl's out here.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, I actually work with your twin.
You look like Ronnie Dahl, mate.
Mate, have you ever you work like...
Wouldn't surprise me
Ronnie
if you
Dahl?
knew who you were. Pretty worldly man, I would have thought, Max.
Yeah.
Don't know him very well, but he seems like a really
Get
nice
to know
guy.
him, just got to him. Oh, Ronnie. Oh, sorry, mate, it's Max.
It probably doesn't help that he's double Ronnie's size.
Yeah.
He's a big man. In good form at the moment too, big Maxie.
In
Good
trouble.
pick up though, Chris. Very
In
good
trouble.
pickup.
So if I ever need to stitch my head on like a buff person, that'll be the one, eh?
Yeah, well...
Oh, you don't look
but
too
he's
bad,
also
Ronnie.
like 210 centimetres tall, I think.
Yeah, he's a
So
bug.
Jeez.
you
He's a
need-
giant.
You need a big cutout.
This is from...
Does that make like am I his mini me then? I don't like that. I'm the
Yeah, the old mini-me.
Mini me.
mini me.
Oh, mate. This is on the pack-out gear from last week.
Oh, yeah.
The pack-out gear would be for camping, not tools. Too much sitting at a desk in a hospital. Love the potty boys. Keep it up. P.S. Duggo, get out of my head about chopping the 200, mate. It's all I'm going to think about for the next 2 weeks.
Well, let's just drop it back in for another 2.
Yeah. You should chop the 200 series.
Chop 200s are the sickest things ever.
He's also given us a little idea, something to think about, boys, but hot off the grill or fresh off the grill should be a cooking segment.
Who can cook?
Oh, maybe we just get someone in.
I can
Replace you.
Bring Harry.
Me.
yeah.
Replace me with Harry. I don't know. You know.
Fresh off the grill, hot. Oh, that was what I said,
hot off
wasn't
the grill.
it?
You
That
say
was
fresh
that
off
was
the
my
grill?
comment. Was
We
it
could
fresh
just-
off the grill? Fresh off the grill was my thing. I remember you always gave me shit about it
Fresh off the grill.
Yeah.
because I was meant to say fresh off the press, and I said, "Oh,
Well,
Fresh off the grill. Hot
Remember?
off the press.
remember?
Yeah, that was last week, right?
hot off
Yeah,
the
you said fresh off the grill.
fresh off the grill."
Yes, that's what. Okay,
that's the cooking
yeah. That's
segment.
why
That's
he's
a lead.
That's why he's.
Yeah.
That's why he's
That's
messaging about.
right.
That was. I thought it was just an off the top of his head thing.
No,
That's you.
Great segment.
Great segment.
Good connection, but also good
connection.
segment if not thinking like that way.
Wow.
Both ways, it looks great.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Fresh off the grill.
Fresh off the grill.
What was I thinking?
No.
Oh, well, but I didn't even like. I was just like.
You sort of knew
I was
what I
understanding
meant.
what you were
Yeah,
saying.
you knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't lose sleep
Hot
over
off
it.
the. So what was the two options?
Fresh off the grill or hot off the grill?
Oh, okay.
Hot off the
Fresh
grill.
off the grill is pretty good.
Fresh
I
off
mean,
the
Hot
it's
off the
already
grill doesn't
yours.
sound as
Hot off the grill.
Yeah,
Anything could be
hot
hot.
off the grill.
Hot off the grill.
Fresh off the grill. It's just
Fresh
Just
off
cooked.
the grill. Don't mind it. I wouldn't mind. I'd love a cooking segment, mainly to eat
Yeah,
it.
mainly to eat it.
I'd
not
love
to
a
cook
steak
it.
right
No,
now.
mainly
Actually,
to eat it. Maybe that's the new thing we do.
If you can get that going, I've got no control over that. Oh,
Hi guys, love the show. I spend a lot of time in the goldfields cleaning it up for bullets. I'm just trying to get some more power out of my car without damaging the motor. I currently have a 3-litre Hilux, a diesel, manual. So if you can give me some recommendations of what I can do to get more power, that would be fantastic. Cheers, guys.
cleaning up bullets.
cleaning up with bullets.
That one's from Drewby. Shout out Drewby.
They say cleaning up bullets.
Cleaning up bullets in the goldfields.
Oh, cleaning up bullets.
Yeah.
Not cleaning up with bullets.
No. Cleaning up bullets.
Okay, I just heard the other way. All right.
I mean, this is
Unless I've
this is your,
misheard it.
This is your one.
Yeah.
How to get more power out of a 3-litre Hilux? I mean, everyone would just go straight to tune, but I guess it depends if because they had those death rattles with the injectors and all that. So assuming that you don't have that timeline of where it was an issue, or say that they've already been replaced or whatever, I guess, it's just a mild flash tune, but not just a flash tune you get off the internet. It's probably saying it wrong, but from somewhere that actually drives the car to tune it by how it feels and drives, because every single engine is different. So, Duggo, for instance, your V8 and my Troopy V8, same engine. Mm-hmm. Obviously, yours is a bit more modern, but let's just say they were both made in the same time, same factory. They'd still be different.
Yeah.
So a tune on your car would behave different on my car.
Right.
So the same thing there. And a lot of people tend to they'll get a flash tune, they just flash it, bang, done. Dyno tune, bang, done. It's not tuning it to its drivability.
Would a throttle controller be a really quick fix, or
A throttle controller, all it does is manipulates the pedal input.
yeah?
It might take, it'll probably take a bit of a lag out if there's a bit of a lag, but it's not giving you more power.
Yeah.
It's just it might seem like there's more power, but there's not.
Trick it.
Yeah.
Trick the brain a bit.
Tricky.
It's like changing your profile in your car to, eco, power,
Yeah, right.
and normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a quick fix of that
that's-
lag. Yeah. What about the other thing I was going to mention was Regan Outback Off Road NT did his own tune with some kit that I haven't watched the video yet. I've seen the main screen of the thumbnail, but I haven't looked into it. I didn't know that was a thing.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm not sure how he's done it or what's happened there, but there's kits obviously that you can buy, get in and do it. In your
Yeah.
shed.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I would go that way. But
I'm looking
personally-
at getting a tune soon.
Yeah. Just back on what I said then with the throttle manipulator, it does less than when you press eco, normal and power on your car.
Right.
Because eco, normal, power on your car, that also changes the behaviour of when it's going to change gears, how long it's going to hold gears for, that kind of thing.
Yep. Okay.
Whereas a throttle manipulator is simply just how much your foot does.
Throttle controller.
Throttle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a throttle
The
manipulator.
throttle manipulator.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, I like it.
Hopefully that helps.
I don't like them, so I haven't.
No, I hate them as well. Yeah.
Even worse when
I
people
ripped
get
one
the
out
car
of the Ranger.
tuned and they have a manipulator on top of it.
Yeah, I always thought that
because
was
It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
I thought that was a big no-no.
It is a big
Yeah, it
no-no.
is.
Someone did that to my 79 actually.
Really?
Well, so
After you...
I went to Denmark to see family, and that was when my 79 was getting transformed with the P-Core tray.
Oh, yeah.
And I was getting the fuel tanks and stuff put in, and I was getting an exhaust. But the exhaust company decided to because I told them I don't want a throttle manipulator, but people like to, So they sent one anyway, and they installed one. So when I came back, I jumped in the car and I just couldn't drive this. I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't remember this car being like this. I know I haven't been in the car for 3 weeks, but it's
Different.
what the fuck's going on? Like, it's something wrong, And then I got home and I was scratching my head for a bit. And then I was like, this is just so weird. Went inside. Next time I got in the car, I was like, nah. I pulled over, had a look around. There was a freaking throttle manipulator installed in it. So I pulled it out, drove back, put it on a desk, and I said, why did you put that in? And they were like, well, they told us to put it in. They told us you wanted it. I was like, no.
Obviously, we can see that he did not.
Yeah.
Did not.
Obviously, didn't want it.
Very strongly.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
The throttle manipulator.
They're annoying.
Yeah.
Might start calling you that.
The throttle manipulator.
Yeah. Old TM.
The throttle manipulator.
Throttle manipulator, Morton, and
Legend.
all right, big dog.
I like it.
All right. On that.
Did I just
Not too
on that
warm on the
bombshell.
manipulator part.
just a funny word, isn't it?
Get out of here.
All right, we done? We're done.
We're done.
All right, so
Are we?
yeah, we're done. Yeah, let's go get
I
dinner.
haven't
mate.
finished my my drink yet.
How do you not finish a solo within like 3 seconds?
Yeah, they're gone.
I reckon I took 15 minutes. That's long for a solo.
15 minutes is yeah.
No sugar though.
Yeah, I can't
Still.
believe it doesn't taste like this.
Thirst crusher, mate.
That's a good thing about grabbing drinks out of the fridge here. Nothing has sugar.
Yeah, no, nothing has sugar here. We're a no sugar drink place. There's lots of sugar elsewhere.
The only thing that had sugar was a salami stick.
We're all sweet enough in here, should I say?
Sweating up.
We're all sweet enough.
Oh, yeah, sweet
All
up.
right, legend, calm down, mate.
No, that's it for all of us.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go. 4-Wheel Drive Podcast, powered by Tyrepower. Quick, get us out of here. Music by the Southern River Band. That will let it ride out. The 4-Wheel Drive Podcast on Instagram, BackChat, YouTube. Was that all right? That sounded all right. I don't know if it came out proper, but
That'll let it ride out.
Patreon,
Brilliant.
stick around, and 4wheeldrivepodcast.com.au. If you want to get in contact, do anything, buy stuff, say hello, send us in your ultimate 4-Wheel Drives. See you next time.
And don't get a throttle manipulator. Don't do it.